Good morning, my dear children and parents. So, my dear children, this is a poem, The Road Not Taken, written by Robert Frost. So, children, this is a symbolic poem that resembles the choice made by us in our life. Okay? So here it is told that in this poem we have too many alternatives, we have too many choices, but being an individual we cannot take up all the choices, take up all the alternatives that is available to us. So the choice we make has a far-reaching consequences. Our decision is a shot in the dark, thought our future is depend on it. So whatever the decision we are going to take, it will going to make impact in the future. And the choice made by us happens to be not correct. अगर सही हुआ तो सही है, अगर नहीं हुआ तो उसका consequences भी we have to face it, and because the action once taken will not be reacted, means दोबारा से नहीं हो सकता, हम वो चीज़ दोबारा नहीं कर सकते. Okay, so this is a little I've explained you about the poem, and I'll give you a elaborative explanation in the next video. So until time I will be explaining about the author, about the poet, and then I'll give you the summary of the poem, and I have highlighted some of the difficult and new words, and in the bracket I have given the meanings of that particular word, and I expect everybody will learn these words and use these words while writing your answers. Okay, children? So now coming up the poem, I will read the poem, but explanation I'll give you in the next video. Elaborative paraphrase I'll give you in the next video. Okay? So here is your poem. Two roads diverged in a yellow wood, and sorry, I could not travel both. And be one traveller, long I stood and looked down one as far as I could, to where it bent in the underground. Then looked the other, as just as fair, and having perhaps the better claim, because it was grassy and wanted wear. Though as for that the passing there had won them really about the same. And both that morning equally lay in leaves, no step had trodden black. Oh, I kept the first for another day. Yet, knowing how way leads on to way, I doubted if I should ever come back. I shall be telling this with a sigh, somewhere ages and ages hence. Two roads diverged in a wood, and I took the one less travelled by, and that has made all the difference. So children, this is your poem. And now coming to the author. Who is the author of the poem? Robert Frost. So here we are writing about the author. Just go through the about author. Robert Lee Frost, his full name. And he was born on 26th March 1874 and was an American poet born in San Francisco, but he spent most of his adult life in rural New England. His work frequently employed themes from the early 1900s rural life in New England, USA. Quite naturally, therefore, his poetry is identified with its region. उसकी poetry उसके region से होती थी. ठीक है? Frost employed traditional patterns. So, as he said, he chose the old-fashioned way to be new way. He is best known for his short lyrics. छोटे छोटे poems के लिए famous था. He admired the quality of honesty, simplicity, love, and hard work. So, whenever we are going to read his poem, we will find all these things. Okay. At the center of most of his poem lies an antithesis, that is contrast, between fact and fancy, reality and imagination, pleasure and purpose, nature and civilization, country and city. So instead of imposing arbitrary, that is illogical, resolutions, means decision, he gives a fair chance to each side of reconciliation, that is settlement. He examined complex social and philosophical themes. Frost was honored frequently during his lifetime, receiving 4 Pulitzer Prizes for poetry. His style is unique because he usually employs a kind of moral lesson after describing a sense or an incident. So, despite his later association, that means connection, with rural life, Frost grew up in the city and published his first poem in his high school magazine. Frost moved his family to England in 1912, and the following year, a London publisher brought out his first book. After publishing the second book, Frost returned to America, determined to win a reputation in his own country. He became one of the country's best loved poets after a lot of struggle. Despite the surface cheerfulness and descriptive accuracy of his poems, he often presents a dark, sober, that means serious, vision of life, and there is a decidedly thoughtful quality to his work. Some of the best known famous poems of his 4-time Pulitzer Award winner poets are Mending Walls, Stopping by Woods on a Snowy Evening, The Onset, Provide Neither Far Nor in Deep, Death of the Hired Man, and of course, The Road Not Taken. So these were the poems written by him in order to win the Pulitzer Award. So this is all about your author, all about your poet. Go through it and write in your notebook. Now I already explained you the poem in brief, what is there inside the poem, and now I'll give you the detailed summary of the poem. Okay. So here is the summary of the poem, The Road Not Taken. Okay. The first paragraph, I'll let you know the introduction. This poem was written by Robert Frost and was published in 1961 as the first poem in the collection Mountain Interval. The poem having a perfect rhyme scheme, A, B, A, B, in the ambiguous, that is confusing poem, that allows the reader to think about choices they make in life. Robert Frost wrote this poem for his friend Everett Thomas as a joke. He considers it a very tricky poem. So this is, I'll explain you what is the rhyme later on when I'll explain you the poem in a very elaborative and descriptive manner. Okay, so don't worry about the rhyme scheme, how it comes. Now coming to the summary. The Road Not Taken as nostalgic, that is reflective, commentary on the life choices. Okay, so here this poem is basically about the choices that we had in our life. This poem is about life from the perspective, that is point of view, of a young narrator who decides to seize the day and as an individual chooses the road less traveled by. So now what happened here, what poet did, poet अपना दिन रोक लेता है and choose करता है उस रोड को जो कम चली होती है. ठीक है. The expression of doubt runs in the poem from the first line until the last line. So in this poem, there is a state of confusion from the starting line till the end line. Okay? The expression of uncertainty about choices and our natural tendency to surmise, that is assume, about consequences, that is finality, we may have to face marks the central point of the poem. So now here the poet is saying that whatever the choice we are taking, it's a natural tendency. We have to face the consequences. We have to face the result of it. If our choice is good, then the result will be good. If the choice is not good, then result may hamper us. So whatever it may happen, we have to bear it. Okay? However, we stay in a mind of people in the philosophy of the life and the dilemma, that means problem of making choice. Okay? And the next para, the poem comprises uncertainty and perplexing, that is confusion, situation of the minds of people about what they may face when standing on the verge. Verge means border of making choice. So here your status of your mind is there. Like in the Rat, you have too many schools. Like Chote Lal is there, Christ is there, Hind Angels is there, Chitragupt is there, Indus Valley Public School is there. Now, too many choices are there in front of you. Now to choose the school in which you have to study is a bit difficult. Okay? But finally, you have taken a decision to study in Indus Valley Public School. So it's your decision if you have chosen it, and if your choice is good, you're learning from that school, then your future will be good. So it depends the way you have chosen and it impact your life. Okay, this is what explained in the poem. और उस पॉइंट पे जब आप डिसीजन लेते हो, आपका माइंड का क्या स्टेटस होता है, आप किस पोजीशन में होते हैं, उसके बारे में डिस्क्राइब किया गया है. इट इज़ बिकॉज लाइफ इज़ फुल ऑफ चॉइसेस एंड द चॉइसेस वी मेक डिफाइन द होल कोर्स ऑफ आवर लाइफ. जो हम एक बार चॉइस ले लेते हैं और उसका जो भी रिजल्ट होता है उससे हमारी पूरी लाइफ डिसाइड होती है. ओके. सिमिलरली द नरेटर फेसेस अ सिचुएशन during his travel. He finds two roads at a point where he has to choose one and must abide, that is stand by for, छोड़ना है, एक को छोड़ना, एक को choose करना, by his choice. He thinks he may come back one day to travel on the other road. और वैसे इसलिए करता है क्योंकि वो सोचता है कि आज नहीं तो कल मैं दोबारा लौट के आऊँगा और मैं इस रोड को भी देखूँगा. However, he also has a feeling that his choice will confront, मतलब उसकी जो choice है उसमें confront होगा, that will deal with him with new adventures and challenges. तो उसको लगा कि मैंने जो भी choice choose की है उसके लिए कई adventures होंगे, कई challenge होंगे जो कि उसको ही अकेले झेलने पड़ेंगे. He has to bear by himself. Though there is some regret, और उसके बाद कुछ regret रहता है, that is sorry रहता है. क्या रहता है? Let's see. Regret over his choice, yet he realizes that the thing he has encountered, that has come across, जब उसने एक डिसीजन लिया और उसके बाद लाइफ में आगे चढ़ने के बाद जो जो उसकी चीज़ें पीछे आई उसे रियलाइज़ की, has encountered, and the place he was visited because of this path have made all the difference in their life. उसके इस डिसीजन की वजह से जो भी कुछ चेंजेस आया, जो भी कुछ उसे देखने को मिला, उन सारी चीज़ों से उसकी लाइफ काफ़ी बदल गई. सो वट एवर ही हैज़ टेकन एज अ चॉइस, एज अ रोड, दैट हैज़ चेंज द लाइफ ऑफ द पोएट. दिस इज वॉज देयर इन द पोम. I expect everybody to read the summary properly, read the poem, write about the author, and in the next video I'll give you a elaborative description of the poem. Okay, so till then please read the poem properly, write about the author, read the summary. Bye bye and take care, my dear children. read everything properly and write in your notebook. Okay, my dear children. So bye and take care. Thank you.